I want to switch gears and talk about some of the stuff you've done outside of wrestling because I know that you're very passionate about animal rights and animal rescue. Let's talk about that. What made you want to get involved with that particular cause?
You know what? It goes back to VIP. So when I was on the set of VIP, I got to hang out with Pamela Anderson for a while. And my role was they were recreating a scene where in real life, Pamela Anderson got an award from PETA and they had this really awesome, like big old party. They had like bands play, whatever. So um when they wanted to recreate this for her show, there was like some author chick that was like there, and that was who I was body doubling as. So I'm dancing next to Pamela Anderson. That's like my big scene. But the whole day I was talking to her and I had the PETA shirt on. And at the time, I was like, what's PETA? Like, what is like you hear about it, like whatever. So she talked to me about the whole thing. So that's what got the first itch of like, I need to figure out more about this because like little Pammy here, she's making a lot of sense about this different stuff. So that's when I started doing more research. And back in the day, it was hard to do research like that. And what's really cool is because of my WWE experience and being on TV in that way, and then continuing right after that to TNA, it aligned me to be around like different people that were pointing me in the right direction. And so it was so cool to get clicked up with different companies or photographers or whatever that worked in that industry. And they just connected me with all these people. And with connecting with that, I got all this information. And I was just like, dude, what? So that just like changed my world, my view. When I had two mini pinchers, Fred and Ethel Mertz, God rest their souls. And I did buy them from a breeder. That was before I realized, you should adopt, don't shop. And so my dog I have now, Minnie, she's adopted, but I didn't realize it wasn't even just that was like the beginning of it all. I didn't realize how it went to like there was a time where I was like, you know what, I'm no longer eating a Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. How they're killing these chickens is disgusting. Like, that's not cool. That's not what you're supposed to do. And so it was more than just dogs and like getting a dog. It turned into an awareness that went so far. Like, it so far that I am who I am today because of those seeds, man. So that's just what's up. Like,
Yeah. I mean, when you find something you're passionate about and love, I mean, if you really, really want to support it, I mean, you get involved, as much as possible. So, what can you tell me about anything recently or within the last few years have you done to help rescue animals?
so there was gnarly fires here in California. It was gnarly. And being a SoCaler, earthquakes and fires are like my anxiety, dude. Like I just have such an anxiety of them because that's just what happens. Especially with the earthquakes, they're so unpredictable. So at least a fire, you can kind of prepare. But my first thought is always like the animals, like wildlife, like they're confused, like whatever, like, oh my gosh, like, come on. And then you think of the pet. Oh my gosh, it goes so far. So it bothers me so much when I think about the animals that when we had the whole fires here, I was like, how can I be a part of something? And what was really cool is Cameo, because I have a Cameo page. They offered to me, here's a list of different things that you can choose to be a charity. And I saw that there was some animal ones in there, and I picked one that was kind of local to me. And what's so cool about that is I was, donating all my Cameo to it, but I followed them, and then that inspired me to want to get involved. You know what I mean? Because up until then, um, you know, I've done things here and there, but I kind of just haven't been able to dedicate as much time to that stuff as I was before. Because, man, me and the Mertzes, we used to do all kinds of things. And I have Minnie now, and she's a rescue, like I said. And it's like, how can me and Minnie go out there and help bring awareness to these different things? You know what I mean? Because again, I want to pay it forward because what I learned on that set on VIP, like I said, that planted a seed in something. And it's like, who gets to do that? Me. Like it was meant. And maybe or excuse me, I know one of the reasons why I was booked on that gig was for those conversations to plant that seed to fast forward. Who would have known social media is how it is now? So now I have this platform. I have people that I can help also educate or give a reminder to or whatever. It's so or come together. They're like, oh yeah, it's like I'm right there with you. And there's that good energy. So yeah, dude. That's the long answer, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you seem like you are passionate about what you're doing and you're paying it forward and you really have, you know, a goal and a desire to want to help, as much as possible because animals, I can attest this myself. I have a dog and whenever, they're sick and so that you just or see an animal that's just not in the best frame of mind, you want to be there for them as much as possible. And so kudos to you for being able to go
Well,
out and doing that.
not kudos to me, it's kudos to all the people out there doing all this stuff. I'm just trying to be the messenger. I am just trying to be the messenger so that people know because, you know, if that's I feel that's what the lost art of today is people don't talk and share. But we share on social media. So that's why I like really try my best to use those platforms for that. And, it's all about like animals, elderly, and children. Like they're all like, they need our help.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness.